Back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to make $250 per day from swing trading stocks. We're going to be talking about my mindset, my approach, some stocks that we're looking at, some stocks that we're holding. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about swing trading and trading in the markets, check out our school and you guys can use code YouTube to get 20% off. We got private live streams, we got quizzes, we got lectures, we got a group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you how to trade. I'm not somebody where I believe in alerts or anything like that. I teach you how to find opportunity. So check it out down below. Don't forget code YouTube for 20% off. So check it out right now. I'll see you guys in there. And yes, guys, I am wearing a Lions jersey because they just won. So let's go Lions. Maybe we'll do a Lions sale. Let me know down below if you guys want that. But let's dive into this here. So when it comes to swing trading and trading in the markets, one of the most important things you guys can do as a trader is to develop a checklist. So a checklist is a way where you will always choose a stock that meets your strategy, meets your criteria, and more importantly, where you don't just go out and just buy random stocks. When I first started out trading, I felt like I had to be in a position every single day. So you need a handy dandy trading journal. I'll put this one down below. This is the one that I use, the one that I highly recommend. And why I love it is because you can literally write out your checklist for your entry on it. So you can make sure the stock you are buying is following that strategy. So for me and my approach here, this is a stock here that I recently bought a couple of shares on. And the reason why is because it follows the approach a little bit. And I really think NVIDIA definitely carries some potential. But more importantly, what is my checklist? So very, very simple. The checklist I have is a stock on an upward trend, right? You guys can see that this stock has gone from lows down here at about $30, hitting highs at $140, and it's sold off a little bit. The second thing is support. So support is just where we get natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. You guys can see in the past here, it's actually gotten great support here on this blue line. This blue line here is what we call a moving average line. So it acts as support. It will also act as resistance, but more importantly, it could represent a good time to buy when the stock is trading under it. Okay, the next thing I look at is something called the RSI. The RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It pretty much tracks momentum inside the company. And you guys can see as of right now, it's trading for 36. So for my RSI on the checklist, it's normally under 30. So I definitely changed my rule, but the NVIDIA trade isn't a normal swing trade. It's kind of like a little bit of a longer approach here with trading. The reason why I say that is because NVIDIA is just a stock that I believe in, a stock that I really like, and just has some potential here. But more importantly, we've seen some good sell-off from the highs and really, really good revenue increases. And I just think it carries potential for the long run. So I felt like now under $100 could start representing a good opportunity to pick up some shares. And given that the RSI is trading for a 35, the last points of contact it was trading for a 35, you guys can see each and every time we've gotten buying pressure there. So right here buying pressure, here buying pressure, previous to that was in here where we had some buying pressure. So I understood that's historically a really, really good opportunity to buy this stock. The next thing is the earnings. For me, I never hold through an earnings, and NVIDIA is a prime example of that. You guys can see the earnings report where the stock went from about $120 all the way to $106. It's just a very, very risky time to hold a position. It's a 50-50 chance of making money. I don't like those odds. We always want higher. The next thing is entry. How do you enter the position here? So with this one here, honestly, what we did is we just started to dollar cost average under, around $100 mark. I just felt like that was a really, really good opportunity to buy it. On top of that here, when it comes with trading and investing and all that stuff here, let me show you a stock here that we traded in the past, and it definitely follows that approach here. And this is Costco. You guys can see the Costco trade, we entered here near around this 805 area. So we really didn't get the peak best buy at 792, and we didn't get the worst buy. We got right in this middle zone here where it had good tendencies of getting support. Another good thing that we saw was this golden, this golden cross. I lost my train of thought for a second, where we have this blue line break up through the red line, which is a bullish thing for the stock to do. As you guys can see, some traders will use that as entry points. But, this is what happens. Finding heavy support here on a lower time frame is really important. So with NVIDIA, we really don't have heavy price support here. I just felt like it was a good opportunity to start picking up some shares. So how do you find those plays? So for me, you need a good scanner, and that's why I love Moomoo. Moomoo is the broker that I've been using, and I highly recommend them here. So what we're looking for is a stock on an upward trend that has sold off down to some level of support. So upward trend, sold off down to some level of support here. You guys can see as we look at this trend, you guys can see buying pressure each and every time. Now, when it's on a trend line, you want a minimum of 3 touches to establish support, and that's exactly what we have for Tesla here. So I really like that one here. Another position that looks interesting here is ticker symbol TRMD. TRMD has good upward trend, sold off down to $33, which you guys can see it does have actually some decent price support where it hits it and we get good buying pressure. So we could see a move from like $32 going up. That would bring a little more undervalued on the RSI. Right now it's trading for about a 30, so we could hop in, but we got to go ahead and we got to look at that hourly chart, and you guys can see we've actually had a little buying pressure here after hours, which is interesting. So we could get a move going higher, because right now this could be doing a breakout, which the last time it broke up through these moving average lines here, you guys can see it followed up by good buying pressure. So that's what we look for, a stock on an upward trend that kind of follows our approach, and it's all about picking those good entries here. The next one here is SOUN. SOUN here has sold off down, formed this trend going down. So what we want to look for is a breakout going higher. This stock's under $5, so we wouldn't really go or seek out a position like this, but it still is interesting here. Now we got Microsoft and Meta. Microsoft and Meta, those stocks here that I just think carry potential. And more importantly, as we look at like the daily chart here, they've started selling off from their highs a little bit down to some recent support levels at that 90-day moving average line. As far as the RSI goes, they're not really undervalued, so to speak. They're more given potential, right? If you believe in the company or you want to start dollar cost averaging, maybe to hold for a minute, this could historically be a good opportunity. Then we got MEDP. MEDP kind of sold off down through those moving average lines. It's not really interesting. We've just seen a lot of volatility in the market lately. This one here, ticker symbol LRCX. Here you guys can see the heavy support on that trend line. So you guys can see it actually sold off. Where we could get some buying pressure there. As of right now, the stock after hours hasn't moved much, but more importantly, the hourly here is just kind of selling off down below these moving average lines. So what we would want to look for is finding hourly support or some sort of breakout. So that's kind of what we do. We seek out these plays. We're constantly looking for opportunity, and with trading, if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend checking out our course, getting a trading journal, and just start that process of learning. Start that process of buying, selling, understanding what type of trader you are, seeking opportunity. And that's one of the hardest parts traders have, is finding plays. And that's why in the course, we talk about how to make scanners, how to, the scanners I use, all that stuff. And I've been doing this full time for over 6 years, guys. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys want to learn more about swing trading, check out our school. You won't regret it, and I'll see you guys in there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care.